Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Tuesday, the 29th of July, 2025. Forgive me for forgetting what day it is. This is a weird streaming week for me, only being here 4 days. It's actually like throwing me for a loop. But let's talk about how today went. Today was certainly an interesting streaming day. Some stuff kind of like went the opposite of what I expected. Let's put it that way. All right. So let's talk. Today, there was no level 1 podcast. I forewent the podcast. Why? Because finally today, after much delay, we started with Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4. If you remember, the game came out around 2 weeks ago. Originally, it was in my schedule. I was actually supposed to do the game when it came out. But what happened was, as you know, stuff happened. I couldn't stream for a week. I came back after the game had already released. We were backlogged. So I told everyone I'm interested in doing it, but we have to wait, sadly, until we get to a point where my schedule is freed up and we can put it in and see how it works. And to be honest, I was skeptical about the game working here in 2025. The last time I played the game was 2020. That was Tony Hawk 1 and 2 collection. When I first started playing it, I had a rocky start. I didn't know what I was doing because I had never played the originals. And basically, it took me a few sessions to really get into the groove of how to play the game. Once I did, then I started understanding, do these tricks to fill your special meter, then do all your special tricks, get giant points, how to do the transitions between the manuals to the, everything to keep the tricks going, right? And I ended up getting so good at the game, I beat the entire thing. All Tony Hawk 1 and 2, even unlocking the final secret stage and beating that, which everyone said was difficult. I did it all. But here's the thing. I even remember that back then, initially, when I started playing the game and I sucked, all my detractors laughed and loved it. But after a stream or two, people were saying, now the game is getting very samey and repetitive. Some people liked it, some people didn't. It wasn't the most popular playthrough. Even though I had a blast with it, I remember by the end of the games, people were like, this is going on too long, do other stuff. It's 2025, a lot of things have changed. And being that this game is so attention, demanding, you need to be, skating at all times and basically, or skateboarding at all times, learning tricks, hitting things. I don't have a lot of opportunity to really chill with the audience that much. I did talk with them somewhat today, but not as much as, say, a Death Stranding 2 stream or something like that. So I sucked at first. I did gradually get better. I raged, but 3 key things happened during today's stream. Key thing number 1, after having played between 3.5 and 4 hours because I did not do a podcast, I'm not kidding or exaggerating. My right hand was really hurting and my thumb had a lot of soreness and pain because when you're playing Tony Hawk, it actually requires a lot of button inputs and complex things to play. You're using both triggers. You're using every face button, combinations of directions. You're flipping the thumbsticks around constantly. There's a lot to it, a ton to it, actually. And it actually made my hand hurt. And I was looking at my hand and I was like, I'm actually sad, and here's why. Because, I'm 43 years old now. I've been a gamer my whole life, ever since I was a kid. And sadly, I think what's happening is age is starting to catch up with me. I'm going to start to get older, and I'm going to end up realizing that there's just certain kinds of games that are so control intensive that I'm not going to be able to play them like I used to. And sadly, today with Tony Hawk, at the end of that stream, the last half hour, my hand actually hurt bad, and I was like, this actually really sucks. I'm finally hitting the age where this is it. I'm going to start to have limitations with what I can actually do with games. Most games, it's not a factor, but a game like this could very much be a factor. So that's number 1, okay? Number 2, my detractors had a field day with this stream. Why? Because obviously I sucked at it, which I admitted multiple times during the stream. Like, I suck at this game. I'm learning it again from the start. I'm not doing very well. It's giving me a hard time. So because of that, of course, they're laughing, they're having fun. On the one hand, they're flooding my kick chat saying, this game sucks, stop playing it. Then they're coming into my YouTube chat, they're using view bots, they're view botting the stream, so I can't even tell legitimately how many people are watching me or if anyone's liking it. And on that side, they're like, you suck at this game, you stink and blah, blah, blah. Just dumb. Like, I don't like it when I give them bait. And the thing is, we just finished playing Mario Kart World. I'm done with it now. I beat it, essentially. So, like, okay, maybe we finally won't have a game like that in the rotation for a while. I'll be able to just chill. Well, it looks like Tony Hawk is their new clip farmer game. This is what they want to do, okay? So that was annoyance number 2. But annoyance number 3, admittedly, was the one that actually really irked me the most. People have said for months they want to see me play Tony Hawk 3 and 4. People said they wanted to see me play it on release day. I couldn't. Since then, people have said, when are you going to play it? When's Tony Hawk? When's Tony Hawk? So finally, today was Tony Hawk, and I even didn't do a podcast to play extra. We didn't hit a support goal. On the first day of me playing the game, we didn't hit a support goal. So, it's like the perfect storm for me to be annoyed. My hand is killing me, and I'm realizing I'm getting too old for certain games. My detractors are having a field day with the fact that I suck at this game, and we don't even hit the support goal. Now, the thing that doubly makes this suck, the idea was that if we hit the goal on the first stream and second stream today, then tomorrow, all we got to do is hit the goal on the first stream for Death Stranding 2, and we can do DSP Tries It, Shake and Go, to end my week. Because remember, I'm only here one more day this week. It's a very short streaming week. Would have been perfect, but it didn't happen. So now we're in a position where I got to hit 3 goals for tomorrow or else I can't do it. So here's the deal. I'm not convinced that people liked it and want it. I'm being serious. Like, if people really wanted Tony Hawk and wanted to see me play it so badly, they would have shown up, engaged, and supported the playthrough. That didn't happen. What happened was my trolls showed up in droves and view-botted the streams and didn't support. And the thing is, they think that that means that I'm going to keep playing the game. No. Overall views and stuff don't matter. What matters is, are people engaging and supporting the content? And the answer is, overall, there were a few people who didn't like it, but overall, no. We didn't get a good crowd today of positive supporters. We got a bunch of trolls. So that makes me feel like maybe I shouldn't play it. And the thing is, there's many games right now that are vying for my time. For example, right now, waiting in the wings is the RoboCop expansion that came out. That's there to play, okay? There's, excuse me, this other game, Lost Soul Aside, that supposedly people are asking me if I'll play, and I'm like, I don't know yet. I don't even know about it. Hell, I owe you guys a Suikoden 2 playthrough over the course of the summer. So we've got August and September to do that. But I owe you that because I said if we did Suikoden 1 earlier in the year and you guys supported it, that I would do a playthrough of 2. So I owe you that. So I've got all these things on deck ready to go. If people couldn't show up for the premiere stream of Tony Hawk to support it, I don't have any confidence that they're going to moving forward. So it's this simple. If you think that Tony Hawk will work, I need to know why, and I need to know where you were today. Because there have been cases where people actually do like playthroughs, but they can't make it to a particular stream. But then all of a sudden, the playthrough gets supported in future streams. But I'm not convinced that's what's happened with Tony Hawk today. All right? I'm just not. I feel like this is a game where people will show up to make fun of me because I suck at it. I will eventually get better, and then all they'll do is complain that I'm too good at it. It's not fun anymore. That's exactly what happened with Tony Hawk 1 and 2. I can't have this in a rotation as a game to play when there's so many other things going on, and it's always going to be the underperformer. So, what happened? I like your opinions on this. Okay? Okay. Tonight, it was Minecraft chill. Now, tonight was a fun night because tonight on deck, I said, we're going to go to the nether. I have enough obsidian now after last stream to make a nether portal. So we did, but before that, we did a lot of other stuff. We ended up doing 2 different fishing trips because it rained twice or snowed, because remember, we're in the winter climate now. So it was snowing, and I would go and fish in the ice a couple of times. We got some rare enchantments, which was great. I was able to enchant my diamond sword with a sharpness 3 enchantment, which makes it much better. And we did just a whole bunch of stuff to prep. And then finally, guess what? We did build another portal. We did go to the nether, and it was a hell of a time. As I don't want to spoil, but let me tell you, if you're expecting action and suspense and crazy stuff, that delivered on all fronts. 100% delivered. Okay? So we were at the end of the stream, and we were at $95 of support. And I said, guys, this is now the second or third time that we find ourselves in this position where I keep telling you guys, I'm down for Minecraft chill every week, once a week, as long as we get the support for the stream. But it seems like this is the game that it keeps happening. We get to the end and there's not enough support, but then somehow at the last minute, someone throws a Hail Mary. So I was saying goodnight to everyone. I was telling them what the schedule was for tomorrow. And then Lance Catamaran returned to my stream for the first time in almost 2 weeks and dropped subs, and we hit the goal. So Minecraft continues, but I feel like at this point, it's like at the skin of our teeth. Like, it seems like it's on borrowed time because every time we get to the end of a stream, we're nearly done and we don't have the goal hit, and then we hit the goal. But it happened, so we're playing it again next week. And next week, likely what we'll do is more stuff. We have so many options now. We could go back into the caves. We could explore the overworld. We could go to the nether. We could just stay at home and fish. We could do a lot of things. So I guess we'll have to figure it out for next week. But we hit the goal. We're now at 88 out of 90 goals. All right. So here's the deal. Tomorrow, the 30th of July, is my final streaming day of the week. No streams on Thursday or Friday this week. Tomorrow, there will be a level 1 podcast. We'll discuss all. We'll discuss what happened with Tony Hawk, what happened with Minecraft. We'll try to figure out what the heck's going on. And after the podcast, it will be Death Stranding 2. Death Stranding 2 has hit the goal nearly every time we played it, and historically doing well. It's a chill stream where we get to hang out a lot. If we hit 2 support goals during tomorrow's Death Stranding 2 / level 1 podcast stream, we will do DSP Tries It, Shake and Go on that stream. If we don't, then we won't. Tomorrow night on the late stream, it is Wednesday Night Fights, Capcom versus SNK2. Why on Wednesday? Because I'm not here Thursday or Friday, so I can't do Friday Night Fights. Now, the problem here is when I play CVS2 on a game other than Friday, it doesn't always do well. So I'm curious how it's going to do on a Wednesday night. Will people show up to support it or not? It wouldn't be the first time that it didn't get support because I did it on a different night. But I want to play fighting games this week. So I hope you will join me tomorrow night for Capcom versus SNK2. If you like the gameplay I've done up to now, it should be a great night. All right? So let's see how tomorrow goes. I have no clue how tomorrow will go. It could go really well, and we hit all the goals and exceed them, and then we do DSP Tries It. It could be a slow day. But it is my final streaming day of the week, and I hope to see you here. All right, everyone? Thank you so much. Have a good night. I will see you all tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. Peace out. Good night.